Welcome to PodForge, your weekly roundup AI and tech. February 21, 2026. All right, Jordan, we're kicking off this week's roundup with some of the hottest stories in tech and AI that have everyone talking. First up, we've got drama with Tesla and a popular YouTuber. Then we'll dig into how people are fighting back against invasive surveillance cameras across the US. And finally, we'll cover Bernie Sanders' urgent call to slow down the AI boom, along with a bold claim from the creator of Claude Code. You know, it's fascinating how these things are all interconnected in ways that could shape the future of technology. I'm excited to break it all down with you.
Oh man, that sounds like a packed episode, Sam. I'm totally on board. I mean, Tesla's always in the headlines, and with all this surveillance stuff, it's got me thinking about privacy in a big way. Let's start with that Tesla drama because it ties into bigger questions about company transparency and how they handle criticism. So, from what I recall, MKBHD mentioned Tesla stopped communicating with him ahead of his review. That must be frustrating for creators who rely on access.
Exactly, Jordan. And it's not just isolated. Tesla's US sales have been dropping for the fourth straight month, which adds another layer to this. So the story with MKBHD is that he said Tesla stopped talking to me right before his review of the new Model Y performance dropped. And that's coming from a source like Reddit's technology subreddit linking to a Business Insider article. I was going to say it's probably because his past reviews have been critical, pointing out flaws that Tesla might not want highlighted. That kind of move could backfire, making people even more skeptical about the company's products.
Wait, that's really disappointing. I mean, if companies cut off communication just because of honest feedback, it sets a bad precedent for the industry. And with sales falling, like you mentioned, January saw another decline, which lines up with reports from sources like the News Observer. So what does that actually mean for Tesla moving forward? Are we looking at a broader shift in consumer interest, or is it tied to economic factors? That's wild because they've been dominating the EV market, but maybe competitors are catching up.
You're right, it could be a mix of things: economic pressures, competition from other EV makers, and even PR missteps like this. Let me think from the sources. It's clear this isn't a one off. It's the fourth month in a row of declining sales, which might signal that Tesla needs to innovate or address these issues head on. I actually find it interesting how social media and influencers play such a big role now, where a single review can impact perceptions. Overall, it's a reminder that even giants like Tesla aren't untouchable.
Totally. And that makes me wonder if other companies are watching this closely to avoid the same pitfalls. Shifting gears a bit, let's talk about the surveillance backlash because it's equally concerning. From what I've seen on Reddit, people across the US are actively dismantling and destroying flock surveillance cameras, which are those license plate readers popping up everywhere. It's like a grassroots movement against big tech's dreams of mass monitoring, as another post highlighted how folks are pushing back hard.
Yeah, that's escalating quickly. According to the sources, this is based on stories from places like Blood in the Machine, shared on Reddit's technology sub. People are taking matters into their own hands because these cameras raise serious privacy issues, tracking movements without clear consent. I mean, it's not just vandalism, it's a statement against how companies and governments are expanding surveillance, and that ties into another post about big tech still pushing for more monitoring despite public outcry. So what do you think drives this? Is it fear of data misuse or something deeper?
Oh, definitely. Sam, I think it's a combination of privacy concerns and frustration with how these systems are implemented without proper oversight. For instance, the article from Salon mentioned in the sources talks about people pushing back, which shows this isn't isolated, it's widespread. And honestly, it's making me reflect on how we balance security with personal freedoms. Like, these cameras might help with crime prevention, but at what cost? Wait, no, that's not quite right. The sources don't specify benefits, so maybe it's all downside in public eyes.
Exactly. And it's a debate that's heating up. Speaking of which, hackers have exposed issues with Discord's age verification system, which adds another layer to this surveillance theme from Source 4. It's about how open code led to vulnerabilities, potentially affecting user privacy, but focusing back, the flock camera story really highlights growing resistance, and I can see why, if companies keep overreaching, we'll see more of this pushback. All right, let's wrap this story and move on, as it's clear tech ethics are at a crossroads.
That's a great point, and it leads perfectly into our next topic on AI, which feels even more urgent. Bernie Sanders is warning that the US has no clue about the speed and scale of the coming AI revolution, as per that Guardian article shared on Reddit. He's calling to slow this thing down, which I find alarming because AI is advancing so fast. From the source, it's about potential job losses, ethical issues, and societal impacts that policymakers might not be prepared for.
Absolutely, Jordan. And it's not just Sanders. There's also the claim from the creator of Claude Code saying coding is solved, which comes from a post on our programming linking to Lenny's newsletter. So while Sanders is advocating for caution, this other development suggests AI tools are getting powerful enough to handle complex tasks like coding autonomously. I was gonna say it's exciting but also scary. If coding is solved, does that mean massive disruptions for programmers? Let me think. The sources indicate this is based on advancements in AI models, potentially changing how we work.
That's wild. I mean, if coding is solved, it could revolutionize industries. But Sanders' warning reminds us of the risks, like inequality or misuse. From what I understand, his comments are about the rapid pace outpacing regulations, which makes sense given how AI is evolving. So, how do we reconcile that optimism with the need for controls? Actually, this ties into that vague meme about Carpathy on our local llama, where people are jokingly saying we are doomed because of his involvement. Though the sources don't specify details, just the community buzz.
Right? It's that mix of hype and caution that's so intriguing.
The Carpathy thing is more of a fun reference from the subreddit, not a confirmed event, so we shouldn't overstate it, but it shows the community's excitement and fear. Overall, with AI advancing like this, Sanders' call to slow down could lead to better policies, ensuring we don't rush into problems. I love how these stories connect, from tech giants' missteps to AI's future implications.
Yeah, and it's a good note to wrap on. We've covered Tesla's challenges, the surveillance fight back, and these AI developments, all of which are shaping our world. What stands out to me is how user voices, like from Reddit, are influencing these narratives. Thanks for guiding us through, Sam. It's been eye-opening as always.
No problem, Jordan. It's always fun chatting about this stuff. To sum up, keep an eye on Tesla for any rebounds, watch the surveillance debates for privacy wins, and stay tuned for more on AI regulations. That's it for this week's Roundup. We'll catch you next time with more tech insights. Take care, everyone.